I was 14.
Wow.
14. And it's interesting because I had been to Spain and I had seen flamenco, but it didn't make much of an impression on me because it was a very commercial form of flamenco. In the hotels, they have these shows for the tourists and they're not very good. And it really didn't speak to me at all. And another interesting thing that happened that I only remembered looking back after I became a flamenco dancer, I remember this one day we were on Sacromonte in Granada, which is one of the birthplaces of flamenco. And Sacromonte, originally it was the Jewish ghetto, and then it became the Gypsy ghetto. And it's still where the Gypsies live in caves that used to just be cut out caves. And of course, now they're apartments with all of the modern conveniences. But they do flamenco shows in their caves and the tourists come and see them. But that wasn't the part that drew my attention. I remember one day we were walking on this very steep hill and we stopped by the side of the road to kind of catch our breath. It's very hot. We always traveled in the summer, the hottest months, of course, because that's when we have vacation from school. And we just stopped kind of in the shade to take a little rest. And I looked across the cobblestones and there was kind of this covered walkway and there was this very, very old gypsy man and a very young gypsy girl in the shadows, and he was kind of teaching her to dance, and he was taking her hand and correcting it. And I remember the sensation. I felt like I am being privileged to see something very, very almost holy, it felt like to me, the passing on of this tradition from one generation to the next. And I just got chills all over just because the intensity and the energy with which they were moving, I just felt it so directly. And looking back, I realized, that's the thing about flamenco that attracts me the most and still does, but I recognized it even as a young teenager. It was just something so deep and important.